Hello and welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond Our Universe Tarot. Today we are going to be doing collective reads for Pisces. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. So please make sure that if this is your sun sign, that you're checking out your other signs as well, your rising sign and your moon sign. You're taking a look at those videos. This forecast is for March 2026. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to get started with some channeled messages in just a moment. And before we get started, just wanted to give you a reminder that I have personal readings available on my website at www.beyondouruniversetarot.com. Again, that is www.beyondouruniversetarot.com. And I do weekly tarot sessions. I do weekly shows here on my channel. So if you're new and you're cruising through, welcome. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Now, every message that we have here today may not resonate with every Pisces. That's okay. If you're cruising through and a message does happen to hit you or it strikes you in a particular way, you don't have to be Pisces for a message from Spirit to hit you in a particular way. All right, but anyways, let's go ahead and get ready to get started. We are going to be taking a look here, Pisces, at your love, career, and overall messages for the month of March 2026. All right, so we're going to first start off with the Sacred Destiny Oracle thing. This is going to signify the theme for the month of March. So Spirit, please give us the theme for Pisces, the month of March. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, so Pisces, your theme for the month of March is called Enlightenment. All right, so I'm going to read you what that says and what that means. All right, well, Pisces, we already know that you are very psychic and that you are very empathic and spiritual in nature. Okay, so it starts off as we're looking here at this gorgeous picture of this ship going through the galaxy. It says, our beautiful home galaxy is so large that if you traveled at the speed of light, it would take you 100,000 years to go from one end to the other. It is small compared to some galaxies. For example, the Hercules A galaxy would take 1.5 million years to cross at the speed of light. The realm of galaxies is so vast and so wide that it is beyond human comprehension, which is why the galaxy often symbolizes great enlightenment, as well as faith in the forces much greater than us. Wow, take a note, Pisces. This is you. You already know that there is a force that's much greater than we are. All right, so enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit and connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. Have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding. The sky's the limit. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering into a time of expansive transformation in a luminous and remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. Okay, so Pisces, if you've been feeling that your life has been changing, it is not your imagination. It most certainly is. This is Spirit's confirmation for you in regards to that. All right, so Pisces, we're going to go ahead and start with your career. We're going to get started to see what is going on, what messages that we receive is in regards to money and your career and finance. Okay. All right, Spirit, please show us for Pisces. Okay. Okay. All right, so the three cards that we have picked out for you are the Knight of Wands, the Death card, and the Ten of Cups. So there are some mixed messages here that I'm already seeing. All right, so some of you with the Knight of Wands energy, you're ready just to go ahead and get things done, okay? You're ready to take on your job. You're ready to do what you need to do. Some of you that are out of work, you are so ready to jump back into working. It's like you're tired of being at home. You're bored the house. You're ready to initiate things. You're ready to get things done. Some of you with this Knight of Wands energies are wanting to change jobs. It just feels like it's sedentary. Every day is the same. Nothing excites you, and you feel like you need a job to where you're able to get some action going, some movement going, and do something that you feel you could actually have an actual real tangible outcome with. All right, so the next card that we have is the Death card. Some of you are going through a transformational phase. This directly correlates with the Enlightenment card. It could be that some of you are thinking about totally changing careers or doing something completely different than what you have been used to doing the past 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Or some of you could even be retiring. Okay, so I see some of you may be retiring or maybe going the entrepreneurial route. But I do see transformation for a lot of you Pisces. Maybe your job ended and now you're having to be faced with starting all over again. And you maybe want to do something. Maybe you're thinking about going into something different, a different career field, a different type of job, something that you haven't done before. So I do see transformation here for a lot of you. And we also have 10 of Cups. Some of you are in position to where you just want to stay at home. You just want to be with family. Maybe you're taking care of loved ones, or you're maybe making the decision to stay at home. That could be a way for you to save money, especially if you have small children. So some of you are transitioning from different careers, going into retirement, and then just making the decision just to stay at home for a while. So I am seeing that here. Blessings are coming to you as well, Pisces. So if you've been worried about your finances, I do see a lot of you will be blessed. If you're out of work, you do have family. Some of you do have family that will come to your rescue, come to your aid to help you out with your finances. All right. Or you could come together. Some of you may be moving back home as well to help save bills or save money. All right, so let's see what other spiritual messages are coming through. Okay, what other spiritual messages do you have, Spirit? Okay, so 3 fell out, so we're going to rock with that. Okay, so some of you have been loaned money and did not get it returned. Okay, so I'm feeling like there is a Pisces out there that lent someone money out of good faith, and you have not received that money yet. Or this person keeps promising you, oh, I'm going to give it to you. Oh, I'm next check, or when I get my taxes back, I'm going to give it to you. Okay. I do see that. So there's a Pisces out there that has loaned someone money on good faith, and they have not received that money back. And unfortunately, Spirit's whispering to me, you may not receive it back at all. It's unfortunate when somebody does you like that, but they do. All right, so borrow money. Okay, so some Pisces may need to borrow money, and that's funny that we were just talking about that, because I was talking about with the 10 of Cups that you may have to borrow money from family, or you may have to lend money to some family members, but that's okay. I feel like this borrowed money will come back this time with a blessing. All right, and then we have the word loan. So some of you Pisces could be taking out a loan or thinking about getting a loan, whether it's to pay off debt that you owe, or to, to pay off bills, or it could be to start a business. So I do see some of you going through that as well. So put it in the comments. If you're going through that, put it in the comments. I'd like to know. Okay. Let's look at our Money Moves deck and see what messages come from here. All right, so our first card is Independence. Okay, so manage money yourself Independence guarantees security. Don't depend on others. Okay, so some of you Pisces are fiercely independent. You don't like to depend on other people because you know that it comes with problems. So I see some of you definitely trying to do what you need to do to manage money yourself, whether it means that you've got to get a second job or a side hustle here. I am seeing that here as well. You don't want to feel like you have to depend on somebody, and that is totally understandable. Okay. I'm hearing some of you Pisces say, it's hard. It's hard. It's so hard. But just know that it will get better. It's going to get worse for a little bit, but it will get better, okay? So hang in there, Pisces. And then some of you are doing very, very well financially because you have saved your money. And you've had, you know, pretty good luck with money. And that does, let me just clarify something. Just because people are not able to save does not mean that they're not responsible with money. Anything can happen. We can get sick. We can lose our jobs. Anything can happen. Okay. There's a spider coming down. Interesting, Pisces. There's a spider. I wonder what the spiritual significance of a spider is. That's very interesting. All right, y'all making me hustle today. Okay, moving up. Okay, so we have the card of moving up. Career is on the rise. New offers and opportunities. Salary increase. Going to the next level. Okay, so some of you Pisces could be climbing up the career ladder. You could be accepting a new position. New offers could be coming in for you as far as employment and new opportunities. Also, salary increases. Money could be increasing for you. So I do see some of you getting raises as well. All right, so that's all that I pretty much have for the career sector for Pisces. This is going to be more of a month of a transformation and change for you, but positive transformation and change for you. And if it's not feeling so positive, that's okay. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to do a couple more cards. Okay. Spirit's nagging me to do 3 more. Okay. All right, Spirit. What else do you have for Pisces? Friends. Okay. So friend zone. Great vibes, no sparks. More buddy than bae. Safe but not romantic. Accept the role they can offer. Okay. So some of you could be having some friends that may help you if you're out of work. They could be giving you job leads to help you find something. Or if you are currently working and you're looking to switch places or companies, they may give you information on a new job or a new company that's hiring. So keep that in mind as well with friends. Okay. Real ones, loyal hearts, to tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear, safe to be yourself, ride or die energy. All right, so some of you, and I feel like this is you, Pisces, you are there for somebody that really, really could need your help. That's really going through a very difficult time. Maybe they've lost their job or they're going through some emotional things that are hard to deal with. And you're always there, Pisces. One thing I will say about Pisces, my mother is a Pisces. You guys are very empathetic and always, you know, very considering of other people, of their feelings, and very sensitive. And so people really like that about you, and very empathic. You're able to feel every sign of the zodiac, so you understand how people work. It's like you can kind of see inside their minds. Pisces can read minds, by the way. That's the interesting thing about the sign of Pisces. Oh, look at that. Just as we said that, look what came up, intuition. So gut feelings louder than words, tiny red or green flags, inner voice guiding you. If it feels off, it is. All right, Pisces, listen to your intuition. Don't go against it, okay? Don't go against your intuition. If you're feeling that something is off in the workplace or wherever, Listen to your gut feelings. They never, ever steer you wrong. If you have a bad feeling about someone and you just think that they're acting funny, or there's something about that person that you can't really put your finger on, listen to your intuition, because 9 times out of 10, for you Pisces, it's always right. All right, so that's what we have for career. So we are going to now move on to the love sector. So let's see what is popping off for Pisces in the area of love. And this is for single Pisces. We're going to start off with single Pisces. Okay. 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Strength card. Okay. All right, so some of you Pisces could be dealing with a broken heart. Oh my goodness. Maybe you've just gotten out of a relationship. And I'm feeling like this even ties with that intuition card. Maybe you were talking to someone and you just felt like the connection was off. This person wasn't necessarily being honest with you about things, or you just felt like they weren't really into you, or that, you know, something just wasn't quite right. So I'm feeling that way about a lot of you Pisces with the 3 of Swords energy. Maybe you broke up with somebody, or they broke up with you, and you could be dealing with sadness. Or it could be that if you're still single, you haven't met that person yet, and that has made you feel very sad or depressed at times. But the good news of it is we do have the 6 of Cups. So, Pisces, somebody from your past could be coming back to see you. This could be a past lover, okay, since we are talking about love. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for somebody from your past to possibly show up. And we also have the Strength card, which is about self-love, and taking care of yourself. So please, single Pisces, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're not putting everybody else's feelings and needs before your own. It's very important that you take care of yourself. Okay, so let me see what other messages are coming out for single Pisces. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So this card has came out on almost every reading. So, all right. So we have the Paradise card. So happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. Okay. So some of you single Pisces could have met somebody recently, or you're going to be in the process of meeting someone, and you're going to be kind of in that honeymoon phase of just enjoying each other, getting to know each other. I'm seeing that here. And we're going to look at some of the types of people that you might meet. We'll look at some of the signs as well. Any other messages, Spirit? Okay. Ooh, that fell out. Okay. Partying, so time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. Okay, Pisces, so some of you may be enjoying some parties next month, or just enjoying going out with friends, or maybe that you could be going out on a date with somebody, but just having fun and being happily single, you know. So I see some of you will be happy to be single. You're not tied down to anyone that's making you miserable, or, you know, playing games with you. So you're just living in the moment. You're just really enjoying things here. So I see some of that for you Pisces as well. I want to know what kind of people could you be bumping into, okay? So we're going to look through the Oracle of Identity deck and see. Okay. The pregnant one. Ooh, okay. All right, so this is a message for somebody here. Be careful not to get pregnant. Okay, so if you've met someone and you guys decide to have a little bit of spicy time, be careful. There could be some pregnancy. You could get pregnant, okay, or you could get someone pregnant. So Spirit is giving us a girl. All right now. Okay. It's almost springtime, and you know what that brings. That's a fertile time. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, the psychic. Okay, so tarot reader, Reiki healer. All right, so Pisces, you could be bumping into someone that is very much like you. That's very psychic. That's very much into spiritual matters. Very empathic. So you could be dating, or you could start off talking to someone that's also a fellow water sign. Okay, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So keep that in mind, okay? You could be meeting someone that, you know, could be into the spiritual things or esoteric things. That may pique your interest. And the traveler. Okay, so always on the go, inspired to see new countries, flight attendant, pilot, free-spirited nature, well-cultured. Okay, so you could also be meeting someone that could be a traveler that is very cultured, has been around the world. Maybe they travel for their job, or maybe they just have a hobby of traveling. Maybe they like to travel to different countries and destinations. So that could be some people that you could be meeting up with, as well as far as dating or talking to, or possible romantic interests. Okay. What signs could Pisces be meeting? Okay, outside of the water signs. Two of Cups. So we got, again, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And we have Pentacles, which would be earth signs as well. So we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so those could be some people that you could be bumping into. I think water signs do very well with earth signs, it's my opinion, because earth signs are very stable. They're very stable, and they're very dependable, especially if they're healed. And water signs really need that. You need your water, the water needs to stay on top of the land. So I feel like that's very important for you to have somebody that's very stable. I think fire can work, but it's a dynamic that, you know, you need something a little bit more stable. You need someone that's not so emotionally, because you're emotional. You know what I mean? So you don't want two people that are, you know, extremely emotional. So you need to have somebody kind of that buffers that, to where they're kind of the opposite of you. But any sign could be emotional, so I'm not picking on anybody here. All right, so what we're going to do is move into no contact. Let's see. Some of you are dealing with no contact situations. And why is that? So let me pull out this singles deck, what's blocking you. And why is the no contact not reaching out to you? Okay. If it's someone that you dated and you haven't heard from in a while, or you just started talking to, hard to get. Okay. So, Pisces, you could be playing too hard to get. Or they could be playing hard to get. And maybe making things a little bit more difficult than they need to be. Okay. The chase. Maybe they enjoy the chase. And, you know, some of us, you know, as Shira 7 says, I ain't going to chase nobody, but I'll call the police on, let the police chase. Oh, Lord, she is so funny, some of the things that she says. I remember that on the live when she said that to somebody one day. And then somebody had asked her about, does a flower chase a bee? And I was dying laughing, because it was so true. She was like, well, does a flower chase a bee? And they were like, no. She was like, okay, well then. All right, so you could be dealing with somebody that likes to play hard to get, okay? I always say, if they like to play hard to get, leave them alone. Don't get after them. Nobody wants to play games, you know what I mean? I don't have time for games. Play with your children and not with me. And lone wolf. Okay, so you could also be a lone wolf, or someone that likes to be alone. And maybe the person that you're talking to is a little bit too clingy, or they like to talk too much. That could be an issue. And vice versa. Maybe they're also a lone wolf, and maybe that's why you haven't heard from them. Maybe they have some hermit energy. Okay. All right, is there anything else that we need to know about? So if you're in no contact, those are the messages that's coming out. Hard to get and lone wolf. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Sword and rose, clarity and truth, honor and protection, determination. Okay, so Spirit says, if you really like someone and they're no contact, be truthful with yourself. If you feel like this person is playing hard to get, or they're just unreachable, or they're not really reciprocating how you would want to reciprocate them, it's time to come to clarity and truth that you may just need to let this person go. Okay? You may need to let this person go and just focus on other things and be open and receptive to receiving a new person and new energy. Okay? So that's why that card came out. So it might be time for some of you guys to let that connection go if you're dealing with someone that is no contact. All right, so next we're going to be moving to married Pisces. And also, you don't have to be married. You could be in a long-term relationship. I meant to have clarified that on my other readings, but you could be in a long-term relationship. So we want to know, what are the energies for those that are married or in long-term relationships going to look like for the month of March? Okay. Okay, so 2 cards came out. All right, we're going to pull one more. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, so we have the Chariot card, we have 3 of Pentacles, and we have 7 of Pentacles. Okay, some of you have been in relationships for quite a while, and I'm seeing years since we have a lot of Pentacle energy. And some of you may be facing a fork in the road here with the Chariot card. You're trying to decide whether or not you want to continue with the relationship for whatever reason. Maybe this person has not given you the wedding ring yet, or you could already be married and you're just not happy. That's what I'm picking up, okay? And I'm an intuitive reader, so if you see these cards and you're like, where is she seeing this? I just want you to I pick up intuitively things, messages in between the cards. So I'm picking that up. With 3 of Pentacles, this is about teamwork. So Spirit is saying that both of you have to work together as a team. Some of you have fell off. Some of you have just kind of let things fall by the wayside, or the other person's let things fall by the wayside and you're kind of just on autopilot. Well, it's time to start working on the relationship again before you guys head any further or things get worse, okay? It can be fixed. It can be worked on. Because I see here with the 7 of Pentacles, there's been a lot of investments here with these relationships. A lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of money has been put into it. So Spirit says that it is worth keeping if you desire to do that. It's worth keeping. It's worth saving the marriage. Let me see what other issues some of you guys could be dealing with. Oh, okay, we're going to pick, well, we're going to do all of these. Okay, Twin Flame. Okay, so intense mirror energy, push-pull, runner, chaser, deep trigger, and deep healing. Not for the faint of heart. Okay, Pisces, you could be dealing with a twin flame energy. This person is a lot like you. It's a mirror, but it's like a volcano. It's very intense. You trigger each other with the things that you say. I feel like you gaslight each other sometimes, even unintentionally. But it just feels like there's a lot of push-pull energy within the both of you, okay? So both of you need to do some work, shadow work, to see where these triggers are coming from, get to the root of that. And I feel like once you start realizing that, what the actual root cause is, you can work your way up from that. But some of you are in some intense feelings here with this twin flame energy. We also have the card of karmic lessons, tough teacher, painful but necessary, showing what you need to release. Okay, so learn it so you don't live it again. Okay, some of you are needing to let things go. You have some issues, maybe problems that this person did to you in the past, or maybe you did something and you still feel guilt about it, or they feel guilt about it. And Spirit is saying that it's time to let it go. Or they did something against you that hurt you very badly. Okay, so Spirit is saying it's either time to take care of that and release it and forgive the person, or you just simply need to let the relationship go. Okay, if it's too hot, if it's too painful, if it's too deep, it may be time for you to say goodbye. My suggestion, if you're confused about it or conflicted, get counseling. Okay, get counseling. Go to a marriage counselor or a counselor to talk about whatever the issues are. Or if you want to go together as a couple, you can do that as well. But if the other person is not receptive to going to counseling, just do it for yourself. There, that way you can kind of get a measurement of where you are and where you want to be. Okay. So some of you are needing to let go. I just heard the name Archangel Michael to assist you with this and letting go. So please reach out to Archangel Michael to assist you with cutting ties or releasing old hurts and pains, okay? All right, so our next card is Divine Timing. Delays with purpose, not denied, just postponed. Things are aligning behind the scenes. Trust the schedule. Okay, so maybe if you have been worried about something working out in your relationship and it just seems like it's been the same shit every day, every year, and nothing has changed, just know that one day you'll wake up and with divine timing, it will change. It could possibly change overnight. And you're probably saying to yourself, oh gosh, it's been this way 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. I've been praying about this. I've been doing everything that I can do. Know that divine timing is here at work. Even when we don't make moves or we don't make decisions, Spirit will make decisions for us sometimes, okay? All right, and we also have the last card of Second Chance, Do-Over Moment, Lessons Learned, Wiser Hearts, Test from the Universe. Will you repeat or rewrite? All right, so some of you are at a place within your relationship or marriage where you're trying to decide, should I take this person back? Should I give them a second chance? This is a test from the universe. Will you pass it? Will you go back to your old ways? Will they go back to their old ways? Or are you going to make changes? Because remember, we're going back to, in the card, the theme of the month, enlightenment, transforming, making changes. It's time for you to make a change. Don't keep things the same anymore. It's time for you to make a change, Pisces. All right, so that's all that I have for love. So we're going to take a look at the overall messages that Spirit has for you for the month of March. We're going to do that. What are overall messages, Spirit? we have Ace of Wands. Okay, some of you guys need to start doing action. Okay, you need to start doing things. Quit procrastinating. Quit putting things off. Quit waiting. Oh, it'll be a perfect time next week or tomorrow. Well, you know, tomorrow never comes. So it's time for you to get off your butt and start taking action, whether that's getting a new job, you know, losing weight, or, you know, making a difference in your health, or eating better, and this goes for everybody, but it's time for you to start taking action. That's the only time that you're going to see transformation and differences, is through taking action. Okay. You also need to find something that you're passionate about. Some of you have been lacking passion. Maybe some of you have lost your zeal for life, and it just feels like every damn day feels like Groundhog's Day. It's the same thing. Get up, go to work, make food, you know, get off work, you know, make your dinner, you know, take a shower, go to bed, rinse and repeat. And it's the same shit every day. And sometimes that can really make a person very depressed. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to make a change, even if it's a small change, because when you work full time, it's very hard to find the energy and the time to do different things. But it can just start off with some small changes that you can make during the day, whether that's by eating something healthier, or going for a walk, or simply taking 30 minutes out of your day to start a business, or researching a business, or researching something that you really want to do, or taking time out for a vacation or a trip, or to save money. You've got to make change here, okay? You've got to make change. Okay. What other messages do you have, Spirit? Seduction. Okay, so some of you this month or next month rather, could be dealing with a very seductive or tempting situation. And this doesn't have to be physical seduction. This can be temptation as far as somebody may give you an offer on a business, or they may offer you money to do something that you're not necessarily comfortable with doing, or you know is not necessarily the best thing for you. Or it could be sexual. It could be somebody that makes a pass at you and you're married, or you're in a committed relationship. Or even if you're not married, you have a vow of celibacy. Be prepared for temptation to make its way to your doorstep. Okay? So just keep in mind that temptation could make its way to you. Okay. We'll pick one more. And then we're going to go to the universal messages. Ooh, self-indulgence. So self-worth and value. Time to heal shadow work and self-appreciation. All right. So some of you Pisces need to be self-indulgent. Remember earlier in our conversation, I was just telling you that it's time to put yourself first versus other people. Okay. Do not be too selfless. Okay. Take some time out. Be selfish. Sleep in the morning. Buy yourself a nice gift. Do something nice for yourself. Work on your self-worth and value. Know that you are invaluable, that you're priceless, that you're a wonderful person, and take time out to heal. Okay? You need to take a mental health day off work. Take it. Take vacation time. Do for yourself. Take care of yourself. That's very important. Okay, so let's see what self-care messages are going to come out, because I do that too with the self-care messages. What does Pisces need to do for themselves? Okay. Ooh, pleasure. Okay. Pisces. We're adults here. This is an age-restricted show. Ooh, some of you need some sexual healing. Okay, and you need to take care of yourself in that department. You need to take care of yourself. Make sure that you are doing what you need to do in order to get your sacral chakra back in order. Some of you have had fears, and it's due to your or anxiety, and it's due to your sacral chakra needing to be put back into alignment. And one of those ways that you can put your sacral chakra back into alignment is doing things that make you happy. And also sensual things, you know, taking care of your body and taking care of your needs. So if you're feeling grumpy, it's been a while, maybe some time to, you know, get you a little therapy going. You know, do something for yourself that brings you pleasure. It doesn't always have to be intimacy. It could be other things. You know, it could be a hot bath or a massage, getting a massage, or making a good meal. Whatever it is that brings you joy. Listening to a great podcast or talking to a girlfriend or friend. It could be that as well. But make sure that you're taking care of your intimate needs. That's very important. Okay. All right, so our next card is take a walk. Okay, Pisces, some of you are needing to get back into nature or surrounded by nature. It may be time that you need to take a walk in the woods or where you can touch grass so you can be very grounded and to be at peace. I just heard the word peace. You need peace. Going to the mountains, going to a place of solitude and quietness and rest. Okay, so taking a walk will do more than just help you exercise. It will help reset your mind, recalibrate your thoughts, and just overall, you'll feel better. And the last card that we have for the self-care messages is to drink tea. So make sure that you're drinking tea. Okay, whatever it is your favorite tea is, whether it's hibiscus or Earl Grey or black tea or oolong, something that really gives you comfort. So maybe after you take a walk, you can go get you a cup of tea. All right, this will help you. This will also help with digestion as well. All right, so we're going to pull 2 final messages. All right. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate you all. And please don't forget to hit the like button and share button. And check out the other videos that are related to your moon and rising signs as well. You hear that alarm outside? That is confirmation from Spirit. Okay. Okay, any messages from Spirit for Pisces that they can hear? Okay. All right, so 2 fell out, and we're going to read these 2. Okay, so just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. We're going to go back and look at our divine timing card that we got earlier in the reading. Just because it's not happening now, or you don't see it, or you don't feel it, doesn't mean that the divine, your angels and guardian angels, are not working on your behalf, because they are. Ooh, we just got a horn outside. That was confirmation again, you guys. All right. And our last message for the day is the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts, even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next. You are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard, Pisces, and are currently being worked on. What beautiful messages that Spirit has for you today. Give it to God and the universe, and don't worry about it, Pisces. It's going to work out. You got divine timing here at play. It's going to work out. Just do your part, and the parts that you can't do, give it away and just let the universe, the creator help you. Okay? All right, so we received some beautiful messages today, Pisces. I hope that these messages resonated for a lot of you. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to be making some more videos for all the additional zodiac signs, so make sure that you check those out. And don't forget to share this with friends and family. And again, I do weekly lives as well. And if you have any questions, or if you have a private matter that you would like to discuss with me and you would like to book a reading, please go to my website, www.beyondouruniversetarot.com, and you can sign up for a one-on-one session with me. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. May you be very blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.